This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvietto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orviettosawards.com. Orvietto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slomin's, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
It's big. It's gigantic. It's the Toyota of Hollywood Super Sale. Over 2,000 Toyotas from just $17,988. Like a Corolla LE, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. Join the fun and get a super deal at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
South Florida, listen carefully. Osmani Garcia with Omega Realty Group is changing the game. He's not just listing homes. He's guaranteeing to sell yours in 30 days or less, or he'll buy it himself. No excuses, no delays, no fine print games. This is real. If you're serious about selling, call 305-440-1990 and see if your home qualifies. Osmani Garcia delivers results. Osmani Garcia, the home of the 30-day sale guaranteed, where guarantees are backed by action. Call now, don't wait. This market won't wait for you. Restrictions apply. Call 305-440-1990.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt Rheaume. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt Rheaume can help.
Where can you drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. How about this? These things still light up, huh? Oh, yeah. It's lighting up. Ooh. Our Panther hockey sticks. I got this a couple years back. Yeah. 3 straight, baby. 3 straight trips to the Stanley Cup Finals. Wow. When I was a kid, the Dolphins went to 3 straight. They lost the first one, won the next 2. I was 7 and 8 when they won those. The Miami Heat, they went to 4 straight. They lost the first, won the next 2. We'll forget about the 4th. Now the Florida Panthers are in their 3rd trip to the Stanley Cup Finals, matching the Miami Dolphins, matching the Miami Heat, and matching, hopefully, the results. I know some of you got a little nervous and all that. I had Hateful Steve already panicking down 2-0. I'm like, yo, bro, relax. It's the first period. I saw it on social media. Oh, they're not coming with their edge. They're oh my God, what's wrong with them right now? They're not playing well. Even if you lost this, they still had to win 2 more against the Panthers. And I don't know why you would lose any confidence in these guys. I really don't understand it. We have to go all the way in and always have faith. Look, we have plenty of other teams in town that give us no faith. Okay. We have to manufacture faith for the Miami Dolphins for like 40 years. It's not real, but we manufacture it anyway, right? We do the same thing. Now the Heat have become that franchise too, now that they're really not that good. And we just kind of manufacture hope somebody signs, hope they can trade for, hope somebody chooses us or something like that. This is the real deal, dude. This is what we saw with the big 3. This is what we saw with the some of us saw with the Miami Dolphins. We have seen, this is the 3rd time in the history of South Florida sports that we have a pro team. Like the Canes did it, but it was like an 85, an 87, and a 91. You know what I'm saying? So, an 89 and a 91. So they had a year in between. Now it's 4 in a short amount of time, which is still, the ultimate dynasty in town. But on the pro level, It's been done actually now for the third time. We're pretty spoiled. How many cities can claim that 3 of their 4 major sports teams made it to 3 or 4 straight NHL finals or finals? I'm sorry, Super Bowl, whatever it is. That's pretty impressive. We're lucky. There's not a lot of cities that can claim that, hey, man, 3 of our 4 or 5 now major sports, they were so good in a stretch that they went to, this many championships. And the more you watch the Panthers, okay, the more you need to embrace them if you're a South Florida sports fan specifically. This whole Hootie thing, oh my God, Darius Rucker was, churning the hurricane horn and all that, and people are freaking out because he's a Dolphins fan. Just because he's a Dolphins fan doesn't make him a Miami guy. He's not one of us. Darius Rucker is just a Dolphins fan, so he's part of our Dolphins family, but he's not one of us. You got some of you, like, you make it think like you all of a sudden you just because you like one team, you're going to like all our teams. No, that's people like me, born and raised here, as we can see. This is real, real love for South Florida sports. Darius Rucker is not me. He's not a South Florida guy, so relax. Some people just like the Heat. Some people just like the Dolphins. Some people just like the Panthers. That's it. That's it. Don't forget, please, we are working hard for you overtime. We'll be back tomorrow at 3, so we'll have another show. But hit that like button, man. It gets the algorithms going. We always appreciate that. Thank you there. I see Sneak Attack. Thank you. Alexis, Roderick Freeman, Lisa, thank you. Jay Gelfin, thank you out there. Florida Panthers fan from Australia, UK. Hi, you guys from Newcastle, England way. Thank you. Very cool. I love it. What else do we have here? Very happy Florida Panthers fan. Good evening, Big O and South Florida fam. Winning the Eastern Conference Championship. Yeah. I love it. Sucks for those who took more money elsewhere last year. No, it doesn't. It's fine. You're going to lose guys and you're going to gain guys. And it's interesting that Florida Panther says, hi, Canesware. Canesware's there. There you go. Don't forget, Big O10. You can get all your Panther gear. Big O10, you can get your Panther gear at Canesware. I got this hat at Canesware. Anyway, so 10% off, man. Big O10, online or in person. But anyway, looking at what's going on now, the beauty of what's going on with the Panthers is you have Bill Zito. And so, yeah, you lost some guys, Montour, all these kind of guys you ended up losing last year, and they were important. The Lamborghini, all that stuff. Okay, those guys were important, but then you end up getting Mikolov, and you had Greer, and you had some other guys, and you had the Jones, and you added Marchand, who had a beautiful pass. The Marchand pass, the Barkov pass was special, dude. He's just special, period. But anyway. So you look at this situation now with the Panthers, okay? And, here's where we can talk about all kinds of sports and intertwine them, and you can kind of get a feel if you're a sports fan of all the teams. If the Dolphins, follow me on this, if the Dolphins 2 years ago with the stacked rosters that they gave Mike McDaniel, if he has success in those last 2 years, this year, you would have had more people buy in. You would have had more people join in. You would have had people sacrifice because they want to be a part of a winning environment. But because of your constant failure and because he has not been a good coach and he can't get you over the top, now you have a malaise again over the franchise. By the way, that used to happen with the Panthers for a couple decades. They were a bad franchise until Viola and Sifu took over, and then they have slowly but surely cleaned it up and made it one of the best franchises in the NHL. So now they are the reverse of the Dolphins. Because they continue to have more and more success, more guys like a Marchand want to be here. They might take a little less to stay here, just like all the other guys have taken a little less to be a part of this. So why? You have created the winning atmosphere that you can't hear. You can't. So since you can't create the winning atmosphere with the Dolphins because you have failed with your coach and everything else, now you have defections and people leaving. It's the reverse with the Panthers. They have the culture in place now. Okay? It's a word that's used loosely, but it's not really earned most of the time. The Panthers this is their 6th straight year of making the playoffs. This is their 3rd straight year of making the Stanley Cup Finals. So all you've done is you know how hard it is to make it back a second time, much less a third time? Do you know the mental and the physical stamina you must have because you play more games than everybody else every single year? Your break starts later than everybody else. That's impressive, dude. That's impressive. So every time you're able to climb back to that mountain, it is ridiculous that this is going on. Absolutely ridiculous. By the way, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. We always appreciate that. That helps us. We got great sponsors. Your support, hit the like button. You can make a donation, use those QR codes, Cash App or Venmo. And of course, you know we love it. You can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And send your questions, your comments, your complaints, your insults. You can do all of that there too at the same time while you're supporting the show. Even an insult, we'll read it. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right if you don't love me. You know, I get it. I understand. I get how it works. Okay. I think I am. I have lost power on my phone, so I have to now charge it. Let's see, Big O. They were not playing well. I didn't lose confidence. Oh no, the first period was ugly. No, it was ugly. You know, guys and ladies out there, we have to sometimes pump the brakes. We're spoiled. They're up 3-0 on a very good team, even if they own them, even if they have their number, whatever you feel. And yeah, they had lost 13, 14 consecutive Eastern Conference games and all that kind of stuff. I totally understand that. Okay. And then they swept them. That's a lot of frustration for those guys. So remember what I just told you. How much harder is it to make it back to the second Stanley Cup? How much more is it? Can you imagine? You have gone through 3 years where everybody now gives you their best. It doesn't matter, dude, if it's October or January or now in May, late May going into June. They're going to give you the best. You are the elite of the league. You don't get a night off. Doesn't matter what town the Panthers roll in, a win against the Panthers is a monster win for your organization. It's a measuring stick. You guys have to spin it the other way. And so if you're going to have a rough period against a really good team, or you're going to have a rough game where you lose, shit happens, man. But we can't sit here and act so spoiled that we think we're entitled to a sweep. We're entitled to domination. We're entitled because we're superior. No, man. Let's not get there. Let's give our guys a ton of credit for having the stamina to pull off. Jesus, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is just phenomenal. to be able to pull this off. Man of 1,005 holds. Glad to see the evolution of this team from 2017 until now. So happy to see what a great team looks like. Props to the owners. Go Cats. Exactly. And that's where it starts with the owners. They got to give you the foundation and the green light to do all of this. And yeah, Zito can pick the players, and he's certainly really good at that, but you still have to have somebody to write the checks. And Vinny Viola and Sifu and company, they have provided everything in first class. Look, man, credit to them. They bought the team, and they have made all the tough decisions. And God bless them, man. It's worked out. They know what they're doing. The Dolphins have been trying to get it right for 40 years, and they can't get it right. Shula, till now, couldn't figure it out, dude. Shula was on his own. He couldn't figure it out. When Shula had personnel help, he was a lot better. It's a different monster when you want to handle everything. That's why, again, let's give the Panthers a lot of credit, okay? Because their personnel, the ownership, then the coaching is marvelous, just absolutely top notch. When you see Paul Maurice do a press conference, and then you watch Mike McDaniel with the ums and the ahs and the you-knows. You watch Paul Maurice, he's calm, cool, collective. He knows how to deliver his message. He's witty at the same time, but it's not about trying so hard to craft an answer, which you can see that Mike McDaniel's little mind, his computer mind, is going in overdrive because it's not about X's and O's, and he has to like design an answer. And that's why he does all the ums and the ahs and the you-knows, because he's buying himself time. You look at Paul Maurice, and that's like a real coach, man. You look at Eric Spoelstra, and that's a real coach, you know? And again, please give Paul Maurice, please give them so much credit. This is their third straight trip to the Stanley Cup final. I can't believe this. I can't, as a guy that's watched this team from the inauguration. I covered this. If you see back here, oh, wait a minute, let me see. See that right there? That's the program from the '96 Stanley Cup Finals. It's framed, and so you know it's just kind of crazy how it has grown. It was fun to get to those Stanley Cup Finals because at least you know you ended up experiencing it, even though you didn't belong there. And give me a break. I mean, it was really like the Dolphins, like the Colorado Avalanche were so superior. It's like the Dolphins getting to the Super Bowl against San Francisco, and you're like, holy shit. The Dolphins don't belong anywhere on the field near San Francisco. That's the kind of stuff that, you know, has gone on. And it's, you know, kind of rough. But what can I tell you, folks? You know, it is what it is, as they say. What else do we have here? Florida Panthers fan again in Australia says, Florida Panthers with all my heart. Very cool. John Wayne, I don't think it's entitled. It's, you know, they play and they weren't playing Panther hockey. But again, John, you got to give the other team some credit why maybe they weren't playing Panther hockey, because the other team was playing pretty damn well, you know, and they were kind of serving it up, and you got to give them credit. They're really good players. They deserve some respect. So I think they won 4-1. 4-1. I mean, we're spoiled. 4-1. You know, they had their tough time with Toronto at the beginning, overcame it. They started hot against Tampa and then had that burp and then overcame that. You know, let's give the other teams credit too. We can't. John, they can't paint a Picasso in every game. They just can't. Sometimes they're going to win ugly. That's what great teams do, by the way. You guys know this. Am I going to give you anything new on this? That's what championship and great teams do. They win the blowouts, they win the tight games, and they win the ugly games. That's what great teams do. They find ways to win. They don't always win it with style and, style points. No, sometimes it's an ugly one. You came out in this game ugly in the first period. It was sloppy. You were down 2-0, all that stuff. And then you kind of adjusted, got better and better, and you took control of the game, So we got to have a little more patience. That's all. We got a great team. Our lack of patience with the Dolphins is understandable. There is no patience with the Marlins because they don't even try. Maybe your lack of patience with Messi and the boys after they're spending all that, I can understand. Your latest frustrations with the Heat, with the way things and the bad decisions that they've been making for the last 10 years. Yeah, I can see that. But here, these guys are as close to perfect as it gets, man. I got to say. As close as perfect than it gets, dude. By the way, BigCheeseMiami.com, proud sponsors of our program. Go visit the great people out there. It started with Gary and Billy over 40 years ago, and it continues. It's got all kinds of great Canes memories in the walls. BigCheeseMiami.com, and tell them that Big O sent you, too, at the same time. Appreciate that, as always. Make sure whenever you visit any of our sponsors, make sure you tell them that you heard it here on Le Programme, the Big Cheese, right there. Thank you all out there, as always. What else? What else do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have? Steve M. He says, my negative waves are undefeated. Thanks for the post-game coverage. Hateful Steve, and thank you for the Venmo, as always, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. You're right. In a twisted way, you're right, because Steve always communicates with me a lot of times during, it doesn't matter, it's the Heat, it's the Dolphins, he's like me. He follows all the local teams. And so when he's like bitching and complaining about, something like that, and with the other ones, he might usually end up being right because they usually end up losing. But on this case, he's right. With the Cats, it's been one of those things. It's funny. He complains, and then the Cats respond. It is true. He's got the reverse jinx. So we're going to need Steve to bitch and complain throughout the entire Stanley Cup, no matter what. Just bitch and complain. Some breaks that's just bad. That's it. He's got to get off the bandwagon for a moment there. By the way, he never said he was off a bandwagon or anything. That's just me screwing around. He's just like concerned. He was legit concerned. I was like, bro, pump the brakes. Take it easy. You gotta, any of you out there that feel like Hateful Steve, that you got a little nervous, I don't blame you, dude. You've been jilted. You've got Dolphins in you, and now the Heat and stuff. You've got and Inter Miami, big chokers. Today they played a shitty team, and they played the worst team in the conference, or second worst, or whatever, and so they finally got a win. But I get it. You've been disappointed by all our other teams. The Canes, by the way, Canes football has been a huge disappointment. Even Mario Cristobal has been a huge disappointment on game days. He still hasn't crossed the threshold. So we're jaded, bro. We're jaded. We've been hurt. We've been let down. Our heart's been broken so many times by all our local teams. I get it. I totally understand it. Totally understand it. Ray Martinez, thank you for the love. On Venmo, says great win. Go Panthers, go Bitcoin. Thank you, sir. As always, you're a stud. Thank you. Without you guys, we don't last, man. We don't last. So thank you very much. Many ways to support us. Visit people like Canesware. Visit Subaru of Pembroke Pines, by the way, 16100 Pines Boulevard, right off of Pembroke Pines. Tell them that Big O sent you. Great people out there, by the way. Eric Stampone, Tony Umpierre, just great people. Atlin is the general manager out there, folks. And when it comes to Subaru, we are talking about top of the line when it comes to customer service and reliability. Great sponsors of ours here. And if you mention my name, you will get $500 off at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Do I have the see, since I'm running the show today, no Sean Stanley. I don't know where all the boards are at. So I can't even give you the one with Subaru because I don't know where it's at. So it has the code if you want to go to Subaru of Pembroke. Oh, how about that? There you go. Memorial Day sales event passed, but the scan is still good. You can scan or mention my name. You go there and you'll get $500 off. Okay. Great people at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Thank you all out there, as always, for supporting the show. What else do we have going on in the world of the chat board? Dolphins have made us not believe sometimes. Yeah, man. It sucks, right? It does suck. A salary cap and good front office matter in hockey and baseball. Only like 15 teams have a chance at a ring. Baseball, well, forget about that. That's another conversation. Not going to happen here. Or that, you just need billionaire owners, my brother. Okay. When you have a millionaire owner and 15 other owners, that's your real freaking problem. Baseball allows too many poor owners. Whereas in football, you have to be filthy rich to own an NFL team. They don't want any cheapos. They don't want people that can't put a couple $100 million in escrow and say, yeah, it's sitting there. So what? I get it. So that's really your problem. It's a billionaire's game, and you can't allow millionaires in the party. That's what ruins it. We made Loria a billionaire. He wasn't one until we made him one. Anyway, I've never really been to I've never really been into the NHL until last year's Stanley Cup run. Now I can say I'm still a novice, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Have you been live? Polly King, that's when you really get the bug. You go live, try to get a lower bowl ticket one day so you can feel the experience a lot better. It will blow. Hockey is not really a TV sport. It's the worst TV sport. It's the best live sport, the worst TV sport. All the other sports are made for television. Hockey is made for live. And when you go live, oh my God, that's when you get hooked. That's when you really get the bug and you really appreciate the game. I mean, think about it. These dudes have been hitting walls and dealing with bumps, bruises, broken bones, all that for 3 years, man. 3 years. To get to the end here, that is beastly, man. Beastly. That's some wear and tear. I mean, I can't say enough of this. Nicholas Green says, grew up playing at Incredible Ice. Never thought I would see this in my entire life. Go Panthers. I agree, Nicholas. There's no way we could ever imagine stuff like this. That's why I keep telling you on the local show every day at 10 a.m. on average, tomorrow at 3. But normally I tell you all, I've been telling you this, please embrace this because this will happen once in your lifetime. The Dolphins did it once, never did it again. The Heat did it once, probably will never do it again. And the Panthers, whatever their run they're on now, this won't happen again in your lifetime. These kind of things, that when I saw the Canes win 4 championships from 83 to 91, you think I'm going to see that again? No. So, it's, yeah, you gotta appreciate this. The Canes will never go on a run like that ever again in my lifetime. This is what we have to embrace. Love this, every moment of it. Plus, no other team is going to give us this right now. Nobody's even close to these guys right now. No team. They are light years away. They could be on the brink of winning a second title when no one else is even going to a title right now, or even has the potential. It's crazy. The Ozman says, Orlando, just wanted to tell you how grateful I am that you do these shows. Well, I'm grateful that you're taking the time, Ozman. Please hit the like button. Please visit our amazing sponsors. That's very important. And tell them that you heard it here, that kind of stuff. It's very important. All that kind of stuff. Viewing, we appreciate it. Donations, we thank you for that. All that kind of stuff is what keeps us afloat, man. So appreciate you being here with us and supporting us. Can the Finns win one freaking playoff game? Well, not this year. They're not. I don't even think they're making the playoffs this year. They don't have enough depth. They're gonna have injuries, and they don't have a secondary. It's just, and they have a bad coach. So don't work yourself up for the Dolphins. Really prepare for the worst. And then if they surprise you, then hey man, we're lucky. But please prepare for the worst, because there's a good chance that's what's going to happen. Kind of hoping the Dallas Stars making a comeback so I can enjoy a game live since I live in Dallas. Yeah, I got you. No doubt about that. But you had to finish them off when you knew what was going on in the West. So I'm glad they finished them off today. Norbert says, I remember watching the NHL 96 finals with the Colorado Avalanche. They were so fast, so dominant. Do you think today's Panthers can give that? Yes. Today's Panthers, yes. They all had the same will, determination, commitment, 96 and 2025. Same thing about both teams. Toughness, all that is all there. Goaltending, all that is there. But the only thing that lacks is the talent. The offensive talent on this team? Come on, dude. So, yeah, there's no doubt they could give Forsberg and company and Patrick Waugh. They can give them a run for their money. Hells to the yeah. Because these guys can score and skate. When you're physical and skilled in the NHL, oh shit. That was our problem every time. We were never skilled enough. Oh, and then we were never tough enough too. Now you got both. Now you have enough skill and you certainly have enough toughness. Some we did not have. The Good Life says this Panthers team would wreck the 96 Avs. Well, I don't know about wreck, but the 96 Avs were really, really good, dude. Okay? Really, really good. So let's not get a little crazy there. That was a very talented team. I had a couple Hall of Famers on that team. So really, really good hockey team. You should go check out that roster, man. It was loaded. Absolutely loaded. Woodson, thank you, sir. The Good Life, thank you for the love on the super chat. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Cat's going to wreck the Edmonton Ditties. I hope so. Now, I wanted Dallas, not just for our listener that lives in Dallas, Polly King there, but I wanted Dallas because, let's be honest, it's a different challenge. And beating the same team twice in the Stanley Cup Finals makes it so now you've made it 3 years in a row, and you've got to beat the same great team twice to win it. That makes it even harder. All Crapsidle and company have are memories from last year. So that's going to motivate them. That's probably what's motivating them to get back here. I just this is not going to be easy, dude. It's definitely not going to be easy. McMillan says, in hockey, the Florida tax haven makes all the difference in the world. Retiring talent. Speaking as a Leafs fan, imagine putting a salary cap for the Yankees. That's the Leafs right now. The Leafs lack nothing, my brother. What the Leafs don't have is toughness. McMillan, I'm not sure if you're watching the same hockey I am. The Leafs are wusses, bro. They have the disease the Panthers had. They're not tough enough. When push comes to shove, Toronto gets shoved. It's not about skill for you guys. You don't have the balls or the manhood to stand up to the Panthers. That's pretty simple, dude. Watch the games. Panthers push their ass around. Toronto ain't shit. They got great skaters, but come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You guys aren't anything like the Panthers or the Lightning before in this state. Toronto doesn't even come close to those teams. That's why you're not getting anywhere, dude. It has nothing to do with resources and salary cap or any of that shit. Salary cap is salary cap wherever you're at, dude. And you have more resources like the Yankees than the Panthers. Your fan base is like a damn country, not a South Florida area. Okay? Your TV revenue must be local revenue, must be ridiculous compared to Florida. So I got to tell you, McMillan, that's some weak shit you just sent there on the text line. That's as weak as Toronto is on the ice. All right, here we go. It's hard to know how to react, Big O. This is weird, but those guys are awesome. No, it's not hard to react. I know how to react. I have steadfast confidence. That's all they've given me. Why would I even? I will not flinch until they actually lose. Then I'll go, okay, shit. They got to tweak something here. You know what I'm saying? But right now, sorry, Frank the Tank. I am like all in, bro. All in. All in. On the money, Leafs have zero toughness. Of course, dude. Come on. No, Big O. They would buy all the big tough players, Bennett, etc. No, they don't. They haven't. They don't have them. Where are they? You know what I mean? Dude, Toronto is the Miami Dolphins, is just, your typical choking ass franchise for a long ass time. It's what it is. And then you just can't point when you've been a screw up for generations. Okay? When was the last year that Toronto won the Stanley Cup? Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. Last year, Toronto Maple Leafs won Stanley Cup. Let's see, where is it? The Leafs' most recent Stanley Cup championship, 66-67. So let me ask you, McMillan, was there a fucking salary cap since I was born? Salary caps in 67? What's the excuses? I will be 59 this year. 59 years since they won. Salary cap. Salary cap. Salary cap. Okay. Come on, bro. I don't make excuses for the Dolphins. I don't make excuses for any team, Inter Miami, no matter what. Okay? I am making an excuse for your Toronto Maple Leafs. Incompetence since 66. They can't win a championship since 66. And my man's coming up with salary cap. We talking about salary cap. Not the facts, not the facts. We talking salary cap. So if the Leafs get Edmonton, do we get that female fan again? Ooh, yeah. She belongs in Miami, not there. What's good, OG Big O and everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Chef Jude, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Big O, I follow you all the time for Bitcoin and the Dolphins. Agree with you on toughness. However, the salary cap deal in hockey is absolutely a thing. Bro, it's 67, 66, whatever. 66. What are you talking about, bro? 66. Go get it on. Go get on Route 66. It's too funny. Too funny. Too funny, man. Too funny. By the way, we will be back tomorrow at 3:00. And we'll be live at Hialeah Park, which, by the way, at Hialeah Park, we also get you a little money. We try to make you money all over the place. Okay? It's not just Bitcoin. It's not just saving you at Canes, where you go to Hialeah Park and you can get a $100 no-regret first bet, which is a beautiful thing. You go there or you go onto the website at Hialeah Park. You open up an account. It's through Hard Rock, but you got to go through the Hialeah website, okay? Don't use the same phone number or email if you already have a Hard Rock account. You can open up the account, make a bet. You will get a $100 no-regret first bet. There it is. You can use the QR code and everything to open up. This way you can bet on the Panthers for the Stanley Cup Finals. By the way, I have the Panthers. I have a bet on the Hard Rock app. I made a bet. I took the Panthers preseason. I don't know what the hell it was. Plus 800 or some shit like that, or I forgot what the hell it was. But I took the Panthers to win the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a little Bitcoin right there. When I win that, that's all going right into Bitcoin. That's it. Doesn't matter where the price is at. So how about that? I forgot about that. I forgot completely that I had a bet this year on the Panthers winning the whole thing. So that is beautiful. Big O, would you rather have Van Beesbrook or Bobrovsky? Beezer was better, slightly better than Bob. I got to say, I saw both of them. Remember, Beezer played with a shitty offense. Like, he had no room for error. We won a lot of games. We saw our Panthers win a lot of games. 1-0, 2-1. If they got to 3-2 or some shit, that was like a high-scoring affair for our Cats. Because all they can do is clutch and grab, and they could play defense. And I'm going to say Beezer was better than Bob in that run. Yeah. None of the years that I've watched Bob right now, and he's been phenomenal, but it doesn't top the year Beezer had. It does not. It does. No. Because you put Beezer on this team, the way he was playing, I mean, he was hot. way hotter than Bob. That's how crazy it was. He got peppered too and all that. I'm gonna go Beezer. Slight edge that 1 year. The 1 year, because they only made it one Stanley Cup Finals. It's not like they were a good team. It was the heat of the last few years. Lightning strikes in a bottle and everything falls into place. 1 year you're in a bubble and you play a short season and you get lucky and you get through. And then the other year, Giannis is injured and Embiid is injured and it opens up the door for you. And there you go. The stars align sometimes, and that's what happened to the Panthers. The stars aligned. They made it to the finals, and then they took a hard lesson of, wait a minute, you guys don't belong here. The Avalanche are too good. Ralph the Ace, thank you, sir, for the love on the super chat. Very nice of you. He says, Cats win in so many different ways tonight. The Stars stepped up, insane team, and that's what I talked about. This is why they are great. They win the Picasso, okay? They win the Tina Fey, and then they'll win the Mama June game, okay? You get my drift. By the way, okay? I'm just going to say here, did you guys watch the Ekblast shot and Tkachuk redirect? You guys watch it out there? Guys watch it out there? Huh? You watch it? Matthew Tkachuk, if it happens, just in case, one day she's not available, he's quick enough to capture the entity. I will not say anymore because I'm just going to leave it like that. One day, you're going to go, son of a bitch. Oh, that's what he meant. So, I'm going to leave the pop culture reference right there. But Matthew Tkachuk tonight proved he is fast enough to trap the entity. I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw the hand-eye coordination. That shit's coming at 1,000 miles an hour. It's an Ekblast. It's not just a shot. It's an Ekblast. When you have an Ekblast, you must get out of the way because there's going to be injury. And the man got his stick and redirected it quickly. That is fast hand-eye coordination. Okay? If that's not somebody that can trap the entity, then I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That's all I got to say. Not saying anymore. Let's see. Dolphins ownership and front office take notes of. Bro, did they take notes when the Heat was on their run? Did they take notes when Dave Dombrowski built 2 World Series titles in 97 and 2003? Because that schmuck Jeffrey Loria didn't build them. They brought like 4 players. Everything else was all in the fire sale by Dombrowski. Okay? So it was, did they take notes there? I'm wondering. Did they take notes during the Canes run for all those championships? There were a lot of times they could take notes. In fact, the Dolphins are bad at taking notes. That's what we've learned. What are the odds on your bet? 100%. It was 100% when I made it, and it's 100% now. So I'm not taking any goddamn buyout or anything. I won last year, by the way. I bet last year also that they would win the Stanley Cup Finals. And I cashed in. Bitch. Okay? And so I cashed in again. And next year, guess what I'm doing? I'm betting it again. I'm not gonna stop giving up on them until they show me that, okay, they're not reliable, the run is over. It's gonna come to an end. Well, I don't know when. I hope it's a few years from now. It might be next year, but let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this. I don't think we got time, man. These guys are young enough that we can get a couple more years of this. Thank goodness for our cats take no prisoners. Amen, Lou from Dade. Amen. Amen, my brother. I'm with you there. Say hi to Ashley for me. Let's see what else. Video looks great. Well, we got a new camera. For those of you that don't know what's been going on. So we got I had the black curtain for a while. And so then I added some stuff. I added all this stuff. I added some other stuff here. I added some stuff in the back. I don't know, if you watch a lot and you know what was back there, you'll figure out some of the new things that I added throughout. And that's it. And so I figured I would bring back the colorful background with all the local stuff that some of the local stuff that way. And then I got a new camera because the other camera was like a few years old already, and it was starting to freeze and screw up and stuff like that. So I don't know. We did it. So there you go. So thank you, no doubt. Appreciate you. You look at Paul Maurice and you feel confident behind the bench almost all the time. Mike McDaniel, no, you don't. You don't get that feeling. No, it's impossible. He doesn't exude that kind of confidence. By the way, on tomorrow's show, this is a little tease for you at 3:00. At some point during the show, I am going to discuss a very interesting subject about the Miami Dolphins because Tyreek Hill is a major pain in the ass. There is one way the Miami Dolphins can minimize the distraction, the pain in the ass, the inconsistency of a Tyreek Hill. And I will explain that tomorrow on the show. Okay? So if you're looking at it and you're saying he's a disaster, he is. He can't be trusted. You're right. Okay? He lies constantly, of course. Why would I count on him? You're right. But there's a way the Dolphins can kind of minimize and control it even more. Only one way. There's one way. I have the answer. And I will share it with you guys tomorrow on the show. So tune in to that also. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which Bitcoin, by the way, where is it at? I know that Ethereum's been going up. It's over 2,700 right now, 2,757. It continues to climb. How about that? And Bitcoin is at 108. Oh, by the way, our dollar, posted this on my X. Our dollar has lost nearly 6% of its value from January 1st of 2025 till now. 20% since 2020. Our dollar has lost, 25% since 2020. 25%. So $1 in 2020, and now it buys 75%, 75 cents of that dollar now. Okay? Bitcoin in 2020 of January was at $8,000. 5 years later, it's at $108,000. You want me to repeat that again? January of 2020, when the dollar continued its decline and now is down 25%, you can only buy 75 cents on your dollar now. And in 2020, if you bought $8,000 of Bitcoin, you now have $108,000 of Bitcoin. You find out quickly which is the Ponzi scheme. Just want to throw that out there because, no matter what, I'm not a financial advisor, but a lot of you need an education. So might as well give it to you while I have a chance. Might as well do it while I'm old and I can give you some knowledge, like I've been trying for 6 years now. My buddy can't hold Maurice's jock, bro. McBuddy. Panthers have a grown-ass man running things. Yeah, everywhere. Top, bottom, everywhere. It's just, that's the way it is. There's no doubt about that. If the Panthers are down, you still feel confident with the Dolphins. You never. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah. Soon the dollar will be toilet paper, yeah. And at that point, Bitcoin will be $500,000, $750,000, maybe $1 million. It's kind of crazy, man. It really is. All right, folks, we're out of here. We appreciate you all out there. We are going to do a show for the Stanley Cup Finals. So, yeah, we'll do our normal regular day show like we always do, but starting with game 1 of the finals, okay? I wouldn't have come on tonight if they lost and we were waiting for. I would have just come on tomorrow and do my normal show, and we'll talk about the loss because it's not a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's the Stanley Cup Finals. It happens once in a lifetime where our team is there 3 straight times. So we want to relive all the action every night. We'll try to see if we get some of the insiders to join us too after the games and try to have some fun with that. But I appreciate you all out there as always. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow at 3:00 in the afternoon with the great Sean Stanley mastering the platform. I appreciate all of you out there. Bless you all. Thank you for supporting us.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O